catastrophes. 3 years ago, Finland placed strict limitations on medical interventions for minors. Sweden did the same thing after a 14-year-old girl was found to have osteoporosis and spinal fractures from puberty blockers. An investigation concluded, quote, the risks of anti-puberty and hormone treatment for those under 18 currently outweigh the possible benefits. The UK conducted a review and called the evidence very low. They've also placed severe restrictions on the care that Dr. McNamara called.
Hi guys, my name is Nasima.
My name is Zainab.
And I'm Ella.
And you're welcome back to another episode on our channel. So on today's episode, we are still going to be talking about mostly just transgenders and all of that. But we're not really going to talk about it. We are going to watch the video together and we would have a conversation about it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for your testimony. The chair now recognizes Dr. Grossman for 5 minutes for your opening statement.
Thank you for the opportunity to address you. My name is Miriam Grossman. I am a board-certified child, adolescent, and adult psychiatrist, author, and senior fellow at Do No Harm. I have been taking care of patients for 45 years. I'm going to use my time to respond to Dr. McNamara. First, I'm struck by her use of the phrase, sex assigned at birth. Sex is not assigned at birth. Sex is established at conception, and it's recognized at birth, if not earlier. Dr. McNamara claims that her views are science-based, but to claim that sex is assigned at birth is without any scientific basis whatsoever. Its language misleads people, especially children, into thinking that male and female are arbitrary designations and can change. That is simply not true. Dr. McNamara claims that social and medical interventions are the only evidence-based treatment and that scientific evidence shows it is life-saving. Without it, she's warning us, kids will commit suicide. Well,
Yes.
a growing number of countries have effectively banned the care to which she's referring. And thank God there's been no wave of suicides or other mental health catastrophes. 3 years ago, Finland placed strict limitations on medical interventions for minors. Sweden did the same thing after a 14-year-old girl was found to have osteoporosis and spinal fractures from puberty blockers. An investigation concluded, quote, the risks of anti-puberty and hormone treatment for those under 18 currently outweigh the possible benefits. The UK conducted a review and called the evidence very low. They've also placed severe restrictions on the care that Dr. McNamara calls life-saving. Norway also analyzed the data and has made similar changes in policy. The National Academy of Medicine in France warned, quote, great medical caution must be taken in children and adolescents given the vulnerability of this population and the many undesirable, even serious complications the therapies cause. Doctors in New Zealand and Australia have published similar statements. Is Dr. McNamara suggesting that all these countries are rejecting evidence-based treatment and placing their kids at risk of suicide? Regarding that point of view, Finland's gender expert, Dr. Rita Kaltiela, said, quote, it's purposeful disinformation, the spreading of which is irresponsible. All 7 countries, and Florida too, of course, concluded that kids don't need their development interrupted, the girls don't need their periods stopped and their voices lowered, and the boys don't need to grow breasts. What they need is psychotherapy.
Yes.
I have other objections to Dr. McNamara's testimony. She insists that her position, only hers, represents standard medical care. What she doesn't want you to know is that there is no standard. There's a debate. There's a fierce debate. And on the side opposite her stand such prominent figures as Stephen Levine, Kenneth Zucker, Paul McHugh, and James Cantor, among others. These doctors are giants in the field. They have been treating transgender patients and gathering data and publishing papers about them, and I mean no disrespect here, but since before Dr. McNamara was born. The point is that those veteran clinicians and others who have wisdom and experience are ignored because they disagree with the current narrative. They're against medical interventions for the same reason those 7 countries are. There is no evidence of long-term benefit, but there is evidence of harm. I'll end by quoting Jamie Reed, the courageous whistleblower from the Children's Gender Clinic in St. Louis. I believe that that hospital receives the medical education funding that we're discussing today. She said that doctors at that clinic said, "We are building the plane while we are flying it." We are building the plane while we are flying it. That's how they described the treatment at their gender clinic. Our precious tax dollars should not support such a perilous experiment. Thank you.
She's very,
Men
very correct.
don't need breasts.
Yes. I like what she
Women
said.
need their period, want to see their period. Oh my God.
I like what,
I like what she said.
The part where she said, we are building the plane while flying it. What does that mean? It means that, how do I explain this? You're building something and you're using it at the same time. You're not even waiting to test if it would work or not. You're using it as you're building it. So who are the test subjects? The humans, the delusional humans, the idiots who think that they don't want
Yeah,
to be.
they need psychotherapy.
They need therapy. I said that. Oh God, I said it the last time.
I think they're just using these children as a weapon.
They're using them as
A weapon.
experiments, test
to see
subjects,
if-
lab rats.
Do you know
That's
what
what they're using these
science
kids
can
as.
do anything? Science can do anything, but what science cannot do is what I believe in. They can't create an heart.
yeah.
They think they can do anything. These children, they are just turning them into weapon. Just and again, what's this
I think
help
what,
me out.
what they're doing is this whole thing-
Experiments,
this experiments that
experiments.
they're doing. They're using the kids. One thing about scientists, what gives them joy is experiments.
Yeah.
They want to keep experimenting. They can experiment on my fingernails here, and they want to turn it into an helicopter. They want to experiment. They want experiments on everything. But now they've realized that we don't want to use lab rats anymore. We want to use humans. Just the same way Germany, Japan, North Korea, the Nazis, they use humans as lab rats. Pakistan, they use Iran, they use human beings to experiment. They wanted to, they would test gas on humans to see if they would die or not. They would test. So now they're using these transgender people to test their medicines or their puberty blockers and all of that to see if it is going to work or not. And what they don't know is that the damage that they're doing is permanent and it's going to their head. It's causing a mental breakdown in this patient that they don't know, that these patients don't know. That is number one. Number two, the thing is that these medicines and whatever that these scientists are doing, they're doing it because they know that these Democrats are going to buy into it. That is why, if you notice, a lot of powerful people are supporting this transgender low-key because they are creating more revenue for them to have more money. You see this thing? It's all connected. The people who are actually supporting the whole transgender thing are rich, powerful people. But though the rich, powerful people they're not transitioning themselves.
No, they're just using them.
But they're using them. It's just like politics. They will use hoodlums for campaign and all of that. But it's the rich people that are doing this so that they can create avenue to have more money, especially in their pharmaceuticals and all of that. Because if I want to transition and I go to the pharmacy and they tell me, take this medicine, you wake up in the morning, you're no longer a girl. a lot of people who want to transition will buy it. Yeah. Who is gaining? The people who own the medicine. Who are the people who own the medicine? The rich. So what people don't seem to understand is that they're not telling you to transition and change your body because they like you. They're telling you to transition and change your body because they want to use you. They want to use you to gain money. They want to use you to experiment. And they know, of course, now you're stupid. You will do it.
But the worst part is that they are moving it into like kids.
Yes, because they know that the kids will pressure their
puberty
parents.
blockers. They are now like encouraging kids, make them see a reason that like now a kid doesn't like wants to see his her menstruation. Kids don't want to see menstruation. Now you're encouraging that kid and making that kid feel that okay. Yeah, saying that making that kid know the kid know that okay, there's a way I can stop this menstruation. There's a way I can stop this puberty. It's wrong.
Do you know why they are using kids now? To my own perspective, why they are using kids is the adults are now. Should I say they are seeing?
They're wise.
They are now wise. They can't use their head anymore.
You can't.
But do you know that before reaching out to the kids, they reach out to their parents?
No.
Actually,
no. Like the other video that I said, if you don't transgender into a boy, that I will die. You know that. So what I'm trying to say is, they're just trying. They can't use the head of the adults anymore. That's why they are going to the kids. They can buy the parents off with different ideas that will get into their head. I know that the adults, the other way around, they are facing the consequences right now. They are facing a lot. They are trying to go back to their former self, but they can't do that. But why the kids are still small, they don't have the mentality, they don't have the brain of they don't know the right and they don't know the wrong because they haven't seen life.
Well, the thing is that based on what you just said now about brainwashing children and, focusing on children, that's why you said they will go for, especially the kids that are in their puberty stage.
Like 12, 13, 14,
Yeah, because
15.
they know that those ones are experiencing that puberty. The reason why they go for kids like that is because they know that kids at that age don't tell their parents everything.
Yeah.
They don't tell their parents everything. If I go to school, I'm a teenager, my classmates tell me, you look hot. I'm not telling my mom that. I'm not telling my dad that.
Can't transgender.
That is
without,
and most of the
without
girls.
the idea of the parents now. A kid can't transgender.
They can't, but with the way America is right now, there are children's rights. If your parent doesn't agree with you on this, you can go to the police or go to whoever it is there, and they know how they'll take you to court and take you from your parents.
I think it's
so
from
you can do what you
18
want
years
to
now.
do. It's not from 18 years. They're kids' rights now. That's why you see in America, you can't beat your child. You can't correct your child with violence. There's some things you can't do. If you're not taking care of your child properly, you're not clothing them, you're not feeding them, correctional services will take that child from you. So you won't have access. So if your child is not with you, the child can do what they want. So the thing about back to what I was saying, the thing is, the reason why they go for kids that are, going through puberty is because they know that at that moment, their blood is hot. They can easily be confused. You can tell them anything and they'll believe. When I was 13 or so, boys were coming to me a lot. I think it happens to all girls. Boys will come to you. Men will come to you.
Uncles.
Oh, your skin is glowing. Oh, I love the way oh my God, you're so pretty. Oh, and men love girls that
she's big.
very young. Yeah, men love girls that are very young.
Very, very young.
Very young. So at that moment, it gets to our head. Same thing with insults too. Look at you. Are you sure you're 13? You don't even look 13. At 13, look at my body. I look hot. I look sexy. Look at it. Makes us feel like, let me go and patronize this like you said, body enhancement. Let me patronize this body enhancement so that I would look like this, so that people would, appreciate me and wow. That is what is getting to this kid's head. Same thing with boys.
The only thing that could stop this, they need to stop those doctors.
They need to stop those doctors. They need to stop the scientists from experimenting on kids. They need to stop the parents from telling these kids to buy into their delusions. If you're a boy, you feel like a girl, go and pray. Go. The first thing that you need to do, go for therapy.
Yeah.
That day, I'm taking that kid to therapy. I don't care. I'm paying for it. Just make sure that my kid is normal back. That is the best thing you can offer as a parent, not telling them to go to a doctor, because taking them to a doctor and all of that, you should understand that these doctors too are human beings. They can be wrong. And who is going to suffer it at the end of the day? You. Because the highest that can happen is the doctor is going to lose his license. But you're going to deal with it for the rest of your life. You have to deal with having an external part of you that doesn't belong to you in the beginning. You have to deal with it for the rest of your life. You're a girl, you want to transition to a boy, now you have male genitals after you've transitioned, and when you grow, you don't want it anymore. What can you do? It's already permanent now. There's nothing you can do about
not
it.
reversible.
So it's better to be safe than sorry. So the best thing to do is prevention is better than cure. What you do is, if you know that you're going through any of this as a teenager, parents too, if you're listening to this, if you know that your kids are going through this kind of phase, the next thing to do is to give them therapy. If you can't talk to them properly, put them in therapy. Look for let them go for psychological classes or something to correct it. And that's the only way you can help them. And also do your job as a parent, talk to them, make them understand what they're going through, let them understand that it is normal. Your body would not introduce something abnormal to you except it's a medical issue. Because I've heard of some ladies that, the PCOS and, all those kind of medical problems, but that is different. This was talking about puberty here. Puberty is normal. It comes in different shades, different sizes, different colors, different ways.
It's
Anyone
natural.
that's assigned to you, you
Yeah, it's
accept it and
natural.
deal with it. It's just a stage.
Well-
It's not forever.
Well, if you're a lady, my advice to everyone out there is, if you're a lady, be a lady. You can't change your body because of the beauty or what other people say about you or think about you.
Yeah.
If you're a lady, it doesn't hurt. If you're a man, it doesn't hurt. Just try and take your responsibility as a lady. Because all these things are not fun. You can see it as fun right now, but tomorrow it might affect you.
It's not even might. It will. Definitely will.
Yeah,
To
because
destroy your life.
You're a lady, you
what
need to
if
be
you're-
proud of yourself. You're a
proud.
man, be
What
proud.
if you go for the surgery and you could not make it? What will happen to
Okay,
you?
What
now
will you tell
that
God?
14 years old
You need
child
to have a
that
thought
got
about
that
it.
developed osteoporosis and called, like as she said. So that's a side effect of those medications. The surgery might go wrong, so affecting your spinal cord. All those
Yeah.
just because you want to take pubertic blockers.
Stopping your
So,
period. How does that even make sense? Are you not scared of
Have
your
you not
womb?
heard of that woman that
for your womb?
that took a tablet to stop her menstruation and she died after taking the tablet
What
to
is
stop her
menstruation?
menstruation.
Flow of dirt
She
from your
did not want
body.
to see. She did not want to see her menstruation that month.
Nah. That's crazy. If I don't see my period for 1 month, I'm going to the hospital. What's wrong with me? What's going on?
My BP will go high.
If you don't see your period,
If you
either
don't see your
you're
period for 1 month, it's either
pregnant,
you're pregnant, or if
PCOS,
you're
I
pregnant, you
think-
can keep it.
Yeah, if it's
Hormonal
pregnancy,
imbalance can make
this
you.
ovarian cyst. If it's pregnancy, it's even good. But you see all those other medical issues.
Endometriosis. There are many things.
Women are trying. Oh my god. Please, if you see your period as a lady, it's a good thing. Okay? In fact, I feel like it's even a big danger if you're in your puberty stage and your period doesn't come at it's a scary thing. It's a nah. Let me not even wish it on anybody.
It's supposed to be a thing of joy. Like
Joy.
It's not that we're getting it wrong. Like you seeing your period for the first time, you're supposed to be
It
happy.
means you're
and
a
say,
woman.
I'm a
I
woman.
know. I
Like,
think
can-
these people are trying to do all these things because of, that there are some people that if they're on their period, they will feel that pain inside
It's
them, and
normal.
they don't want to go through that pain.
It's normal.
That's why they had to.
Same thing with childbirth.
It's normal.
Nobody has it sweet. I think childbirth is. I used to hear that it's very, very painful and
Very
all of
painful.
that.
But it's natural.
Yeah,
It's
but
a
it's natural.
natural
We'll still do
process.
it. Are you trying to tell me that because it's painful, I'm not going to give birth? I will still give birth, and I know that I won't just give birth to one. I will have to give birth to like 2 or maybe 3 or something. So
5.
it's no, I'm going to run. I'll run for that. So it's normal.
And pregnancy is mostly the first one that's painful. So
Okay,
That's,
I'm scared of pregnancy.
stressful.
No, let's not talk about pregnancy now. It's okay.
okay, now thanks for watching.
Anyways, don't forget to drop your comments in the comment section. Kindly like, share, and please kindly subscribe. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.